What is up, guys? Hope you're doing well, hope you're having a great week. Now before I start this video, I just want to preface it by saying very soon I will be doing a giveaway. It is going to be a Supreme item. If you want to stay up to date with that, be subscribed to the channel because that will be happening very soon. But yeah, let's get straight into the video. What is up, guys? So today I just wanted to do a little video explaining like how to acquire grails, because I often find myself in a position where I'm like, you know, I do want to try and go out my way and get these kind of things, but they are just too expensive. So in this video I'm going to explain sort of like my tips and guides to eventually getting a grail, or just something you really want to have in your collection. So first of all, I'm just going to go ahead and show you something that I recently picked up, which I wasn't able to get, but I thrived and did what I needed to do to eventually get it. So here's a quick little clip of what went down when I copped this grail. I went ahead and copped the Scarface Supreme Split Deck. So yeah, I was able to pick up the Supreme Scarface Split Deck from some point in, I think it was like week 7 or 8 maybe, in Fall Winter 17. Now when that dropped, I wasn't like in a position to be able to cop that stuff, just because you know how life is, you're always forking out money for just other stuff other than these luxury materialistic items that we all thrive to own. But I was like, nah, I was like, right, I really want this thing, I'm going to go out my way to get it, but I'm not going to just drop a load of money that I don't have. So here's my sort of like guide to getting something like that. First of all, it's not a crazy expensive item. It's not like a box logo where we're talking like 500 to like £1,000. I paid 135, that retailed for £60. So what I'd recommend to you, if there's something you're thriving to get that is sort of like in the achievable price range, so I'd say anything from like, I don't know, maybe £100 to £200. One way I'd suggest going about trying to save up that sort of money is just to do some like basic reselling. So I'd suggest, if you already own certain items that you're like happy to like part with, that are like from Supreme, Palace, or any other brands that have some sort of resell on them, first of all consider like just selling one of those and building up profit from that. So in a recent Palace drop, I picked up basically a Trifeg long sleeve. I did kind of want it for myself, but it sort of fit weird, so I decided, right, there's something I want, so I'm going to try and flip that and just get a bit of profit. So first of all, I bought this t-shirt for like an initial, it was about £50 investment, so that was a retail cop from Palace. I then threw that onto all the platforms I know, so Facebook, buy and sell groups, Depop. If you want eBay, although I wouldn't recommend eBay just because after fees you lose quite a bit of money. Yeah, so whack it on all platforms you can find, so it's just out getting your product in front of people's faces. You do get an initial response from people, so people might throw you offers. What I'd suggest is, no matter what, do not sell it unless you're going to make a profit. If you break even, then we're just back to square one. So always make sure you make a bit of profit. I only made like 10 or 15 pounds off this Palace long sleeve, but it was still profit. It was still a move forward in the direction of being able to get this deck. So from that, you've made your money. After I made my profit on that, what I did was reinvest that money in something else. So I went on to Depop. I just do mad filters on the like search engines. So I'm like, I refined to my like budget. So I was on like £60 I had to spend. You just look for stuff that you know you can possibly make some money on top of. So I was just looking for like steals, because you get people just posting want to buy steals on Facebook groups, and it's kind of annoying because it's like nobody really is here to give away stuff for steals. But I've done it in the past. I've just been fed up with owning something. I've just gone, right, I'm just going to do it for like a really decent price, and it goes really quick. So if you want to just throw up a post on Facebook groups asking people if they have any steals in certain sizes. I was lucky enough to stumble across a dead stock Scarface split tee that released as part of the Scarface collab, and I know those were like the most hyped t-shirts from that drop. So I managed to find one of those for £55 dead stock, which was a really good deal. In the right market, those tees can go from anywhere to like £60 to £100, so I was happy I was able to acquire a dead stock one of those. And then I was sat on that for a while, and then eventually I managed to flip that and get some money on top of that. So right now we're on like 65, it was either 65 or £70. So at that point I'm already like quite near my goal, because I did spend 130 on this, so we're quite near the goal already just by flipping a few things. And then from that point, didn't want to risk reinvesting that money again in something in hope of getting an additional profit on top of that. So I kind of sat on my money for a while. You don't always have to be reselling just like crazy hype stuff. Like, I've only been like a hype beast or whatever for like a couple of years now, and prior to that I have a whole backlog of just clothes I no longer wear. Some things I have that I don't wear now may be valuable to someone else. So any of you like old clothes that isn't necessarily hype, but just like notable brands. So I had a lot of like surf brands like Hurley, Volker, Rip Curl stuff, and that stuff is still like valuable to other people. So just like throw up any old stuff that has any sort of value that you think someone else may appreciate. Just throw things like that on Depop for like ridiculous prices. So I put a lot of t-shirts and stuff for like £5, and you'll be surprised how much of this stuff you can easily sell. So I had a lot of this stuff just laying around that I don't wear. I just took a few photos, chucked it on my Depop, and it gets bought up fairly quickly. And then while people are buying this, you're getting extra money towards what your like goal is of buying stuff. So literally just flipping a few things hype wise and then selling some of your old clothes on the side, you can easily mount up enough money to get a grail. In this case it was my Supreme Scarface split deck, and yeah, it took like, these things don't necessarily take a super quick amount of time. I reckon it was like 1 or 2 months it took me to eventually get the money to buy this, but it wasn't something I was just like constantly pursuing every day. It was just like sort of going on in the background amidst things, and eventually it came around, and after I had enough money I just found the product. I found one on eBay, I spoke to the guy, he wasn't necessarily too keen on letting it go, but I offered him like £5 under what he wanted, and then yeah, we made the deal and I bought it. And I didn't necessarily just like cash out of my own money, and yeah, I just eventually gained the money through things I had laying around in my room, as well as selling a couple of hyped items. But yeah, this just goes to show anyone can do this. And so if any of you guys have a specific grail out there, don't just write off of something you'll never get. If you just think about what you're buying and selling, eventually you can easily raise the money to get something you've always wanted. So yeah, that was just about it for this video. I do hope you guys found this a bit interesting, a bit helpful. It's just something I wanted to put into a video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll be back with a new video very soon. Peace guys.